podcast powered by StarTrader. I'm Rajesh.
I'm Manali.
And you might be wondering, what is StarTrader, right? So basically, StarTrader is the largest and the fastest growing broker to this world. And it's been for 16 years. And we can do trade there in CFDs in 5 different assets in hundreds of instruments, including commodities, metals, forex, indices, and cryptocurrencies and stocks. So today we are delighted to have a very famous personality from India. He's been the top life coach and business coach also. He's none other than Dr. Sneh Desai. Welcome, sir. So we are really delighted to have you here. And as you can see, we are in the corporate world. So, and as a sales personals, we have a lot of things and a lot of pressures we go through every day to achieve our goals. So what do you think the sales professionals should keep the mindset and practice manifestation to achieve their goals?
I guess there is 3 things we need to remember in sales. Number 1 would be starting with setting up sales targets, because if you don't have a target, there is no focus. And without a specific target, every morning you won't have a specific task to follow. So it's important that you start with a target. For example, if you decide that you're going to buy a BMW, you have experienced that you start seeing BMW everywhere. And that's only because you decided that you're going to buy a BMW, your focus went there, and that's where you started searching and seeing BMW everywhere. That's the same thing now. If you have a target that you want to bring in $1 million of sales, now, the moment you set that target, your mind will start seeing and finding ways and opportunities that how that is going to be possible. So everything starts with setting up targets. So that's number 1. Number 2, actually in sales, it's not about selling products or services. It's always about delivering values. So don't focus on sales. It's important to focus on adding value to the customer. Now, when we talk about adding value, the value could be in terms of making more profit for the other, maybe giving some kind of lifestyle change to the person, or helping the other to move from some kind of pain to pleasure. Because whenever the person is buying any product, they only buy because they want to come out of their pain and move to a pleasurable situation or a lifestyle change in their life. So this would be the second thing. And the third and the most important, I personally feel, would be that when we talk about sales, the biggest challenge we face is talking about money. Now, when we ask the other that this is the time to pay, or this is the closing time, give us this amount of money, we think that probably that's something which we're not confident with. And that only happens because we ourselves are not convinced for our products. So conviction plays the most important role in sales. So whatever product you are going out there and selling to the market, it's important that first you are sure about that product. Your conviction is going to be the game changer for the other. So if needed, do the right homework, experience your product yourself, and once you are convinced, it's going to be an easy game for you.
So, as I discussed with you, I am also your biggest fan. Even in my family members, they are also following you. So, my question is that, how do you think nowadays corporate branding they are evolved over the years and years, and how it can play a vital role?
See, branding plays the most important role in today's corporate world, because if you talk about a name, McDonald's, then it's not the best tasting burger out there, but it's surely the best selling burger. That's because McDonald's has the right branding. If you go out to buy a coffee on the street, you might get that for maybe say, $1 or $2. But Starbucks might charge maybe $10 or $12 for the same. So when we talk about branding, visibility is more important than ability. Now each and every one of us are out there in the market giving great value and service to the clients. And it's not just about providing right value and services, but it's equally important that if you're giving a great quality of product, then you have packed it very well, you have pitched it well, and more importantly, if vitamin M is missing, that is marketing and branding, then another vitamin M, and that's money, won't be coming in. So surely one has to spare a budget when it comes to marketing and branding. And the number one thing which I believe works well in today's branding is, we talk about social media nowadays, digital marketing, but even more powerful way in social media is influencer marketing. And going one step ahead would be UGC, that's user generated content. So what does that mean? For example, if you talk about your product, people know that you are selling in marketing because you're connected to the product. But UGC is something that if your client talks about your product, and that client does not need to be a celebrity or influencer, because people have now understood that there's something called paid promotion out there. So even that's not working so well. It has been working, it used to work maybe till last year, maybe a couple of years. But lately what's working is a client who has experienced your product or service, who is happy with your product, and when he or she would generate a content, that's going to work very, very well. So for example, if you go on Amazon to buy a product, what's the number one thing you're going to check out there before buying the product? Price. What else? Reviews, absolutely yes, right?